Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Jada and this is Jada Lee Budgets. On this channel I do weekly cash envelope stuffings, I do quarterly sinking fund and bill condensing videos, and then also I incorporate some budget with me's here and there whenever I feel confident enough to do so, which we're still a little iffy on the confident part. So I've done a couple of budget with me's, but I stopped doing them regularly just because I feel like I get really scatterbrained when I have to do this live. Because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't edit any of my videos. So I basically just do them in one take and then upload them. So it's going to be a journey, so I hope that you all will be patient with me. The reason that I wanted to do this, I want to try and make this beginner friendly for anyone who is trying to get started in the cash envelope system and the cash envelope budgeting journey and doesn't know how to get started, how to start budgeting out. This is why I want to start making these videos and try to be a little bit more consistent with it so that you get to see like the full process. And eventually I'd like to do a weekly cash check-in. Not quite yet. I want to get a little more comfortable and start getting like my full-time paychecks again before I start doing that. But eventually I do want to do that. So anyway, today we're going to go over my budget breakdown before my cash stuffing. So, for this week, we're back to writing our GrubHub income in our side income because now I have a full-time job again. So for this week's GrubHub, I made a total of $404. And since I didn't have any full-time income, my total for this week to work with is $404. So this is significantly less than what I usually have to work with for the week because I'm in a weird period between when I get my next or my first full-time paycheck for my new full-time job. So because of that, I only have GrubHub income right now and I can only do it part-time. So that's what we have to work with for this week. And because of that, we really won't be stuffing literally any of my sinking funds this time around. So this time is just going to be all of my expenses and bills, and then maybe a few of my cash envelopes. We'll see what we have to work with. Yes. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started. So I have a total of $404 to work with. The first thing that I do, because this is my GrubHub income and because GrubHub income is not automatically taxed, so I do have to pay those taxes back next year during tax season. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and take this $404 amount and times it by 0.2 because that will give me 20% of $404, which is $80. So I'm going to go to taxes here and I'm just going to write plus 80. And then I'm going to take the 404 original amount minus 80, and that's our real-time number that we have to work with after taxes. So for this week, this is not normal for me, but I will not be putting anything towards rent just because I really am slim right now with this paycheck. So we're just going to focus on our other bills that we have to pay because Ben is taking care of, if you don't know, Ben is my partner. We live together and we share the responsibility of all bills. So rent, he is taking a heavier burden on this month just until I get back into the swing of things and have my regular income again. Utilities, I always put $25 towards utilities every single week because I allocate $100 a month for utilities. And just so you know, my utilities that are counted here are just electricity and internet, and that's just my half. So Ben pays the other half. All of our other utilities are included in our rent amount. Okay, so utilities is getting 25. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 25 from that number. Sometimes my calculator is weird. So we were at 324 minus 25. So now we're at $2.99. For my phone, I only pay for the actual device right now, and that'll be paid off at the end of this year. So that gets $6 a week. So we'll subtract 6. Now we're down to $2.93. My car payment gets $66 a week. I was originally, by the way, paying an extra $100 a month towards my car payment. I stopped doing that because my income has been lower lately, but also I'm not going to pick that back up most likely because I did start Invisalign, which is going to be about 160 something a month, monthly payments. So I won't have the wiggle room to do that and pay an extra $100 towards my car payment. So we're just back down to the regular amount. Subscriptions gets $25 a week. That is for my Every Plate subscription, which is a food delivery service. They deliver you the ingredients and the recipes and you cook the food. And then I also have my HBO Max subscription in there. I have my iCloud storage and my Acorns subscription. So now we have 202. Gym will not be getting anything. Gym is covered with my first 2 payments of the month. And I'm also going to try and get into the gym before the end of April to actually fully cancel my gym membership because our new apartment has a gym in it. So I really won't need this anymore. And I haven't even been going. So yeah. So gas. So the way that I calculate my gas, and I had someone ask this question on one of my previous videos, so I thought I would address it just in case a couple of you were curious about this. If you do GrubHub or any sort of like delivery driving service as your side hustle or even your full-time, how I figure out gas is I put all of my gas for the week on a credit card. I do that for 2 reasons. One, because I get cash back, so why not put it on there if I'm just gonna get money back for it? And 2, because it allows me to see what I'm actually spending on gas rather than having to guess what I'm spending on gas. So what I ended up spending, let me remember this number, 202 is what I have left, okay. So the first gas payment, I filled my tank 2 times this week. First one was $46 and the second one was $42, which means I spent a total of $88 on gas for this week. And so that's the amount that I put for gas because that's the amount that I end up paying back to my card. Yes. So now I'm gonna take 202 minus 88, and I have 114 left. Lastly, for my bills, I have my car insurance, and that is $33 a week. So we have 81 to work with. So that is going to go towards my cash envelopes. Trying to think if there's anything. No. So like I said, this week I'm not going to be stuffing any of my sinking funds. It's just not going to be feasible for this week. So we're just going to leave it as is. It's going to be a very short stuffing, but that is okay. Sometimes you just have times where you can only afford to pay for the essentials. So that is one of those weeks for me. So we have 81 to work with. Groceries is not a big priority this week because we did just have a huge grocery haul last week. So for this week, I'm just going to put $20 towards groceries just for any little things that we want to get. Usually I put $50 towards groceries, and then Ben also puts $50 towards groceries. So $100 for the week. Fun is going to be getting, I'm going to give it 30, and this is because I've noticed lately that since the weather has been nicer, we have been going out more and doing more things, and I've been having to borrow a lot from some of my other envelopes. So instead of like allocating a lower number towards fun, I'm just going to allocate more towards fun so that I can have a little bit more freedom and not have to worry about things. Miscellaneous always gets $10 a week. This is just for anything that comes up that I didn't think of. Giving is getting $5. You know what? I actually will stuff. I will stuff a couple of envelopes. We will do, since we have $16 left over, I'm gonna do activities is gonna get 6. And then I'll just do 2 envelopes, get 5. What are the most important ones right now? My home envelope, because we are moving soon and I'm gonna need some extra funds in there. And then the last 5, I will throw towards my travel envelope, because we are going to northern Wisconsin at the end of the month for a whole week. Okay, so that is all that we're going to be stuffing. I'm just going to block all these out. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do, or not the last thing, second to last thing, I'm going to add up all the individual categories just to get a total for what I'm stuffing for each category. So for bills and expenses, $243 is the total for that. Okay. Then if I go into cash envelopes, $65 is our total that we stuffed in there, or that we will be stuffing. And then for sinking funds, this includes my tax envelope. That will get $96. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I want to determine what my cash withdrawal amount is. So because I don't stuff gas, basically what I do is I take the full income amount, 404, minus the gas amount, 88, which means I'm going to be stuffing at $316 because everything else on here gets stuffed. All right, and then what I also like to do is add up all of these numbers just to make sure that it all reaches the initial amount and I didn't mess up my numbers anywhere. So my total for expenses was $243. My total for cash envelopes is $65, and my total for sinking funds is $96, and that gives me $404. And then once again, if I do 404 minus 88, that gives me the $316 that I'm stuffing. So that is how I do my budget. That's how I break it down. Typically I do have more to work with, so you see a little bit more being done. And you'll see a little bit more next week, and then the following week you'll see like a full budget breakdown. So the last thing that I do when I'm doing this is I figure out my cash breakdown so that I can give the teller this at the bank and they just take out the correct bills. So what I do is I go down the list of, okay, how many ones do I need? And I'll just go, okay, I'm gonna need 1 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones in expenses because I don't count gas. I don't need any ones in my cash envelopes. And then I just need 1 singular $1 bill in my sinking funds. So that gives me a total of 6 ones, which is $6. Next thing is 5s. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 5s, and then I'll need my calculator to figure that out. I think it's $45. Yes. How many 10s do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 20s. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just $100. And 50s, I believe I need 2. So there's 1 down there and 1 there. That's 2 50s, and I don't need any hundreds this week. So the last thing I'll do is add up all of these numbers and make sure that it reaches our cash withdrawal amount of $316. So 100 plus 100 plus 60 plus 45 plus 6. And this is where we get messed up. So I am $5 off. Let me see here. 6 plus 45 plus 60 plus 200. Yeah, I'm off. So I'm thinking that I'm off in my $5 bill since I'm $5 off. So we'll go ahead and look at that. So I have 1 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. So this is actually 10, which makes this 50. I'll fix this off camera, but so now it should all add up. Yeah. All right. So that all adds up. I'll put I'm gonna erase this and do it the correct way since I messed up the first time. But that is basically it for my budget with me. I hope that was helpful for some of you who this is your first time doing this, or you're kind of thinking about getting started with cash envelope system. I will try to continue doing these. It's just kind of time permitting and also brain permitting if I'm having a brain fog that day or not, because sometimes it's just easier for me to do this kind of thing off camera. But anyway, that is all for today. My next video will be in a couple of days, and that'll be my actual cash stuffing from this budget with me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.